Alright everyone, welcome back. Kult of Athena blade reviews. We're looking at Valiant Armoury. We're going to have 3 Valiant reviews and cut tests for this month. I'm really excited about that. We just did an interview with Sonny over at Valiant Armoury. That's going to be released within the next month or so. Just kind of overviewing Valiant as a company. And I wanted to showcase these blades and kind of take our time with it. That way you can see how excellent the craftsmanship is. This one is the short leaf blade that they offer at Valiant Armoury. We'll take a look at some specs on this one. I'm also wearing the sword belt and the scabbard right now, and we'll do some up-close looks at that so you can see the fine detailing on the leather. And then we're actually going to do some cut testing on the tatami with it. This thing is balanced very, very well. And I'm sure the other 2 blades that we're going to be doing, which are 2-handed swords, we're also going to be doing some cut testing with those as well. So let's get to it. Okay, let's take a look at some specs on the actual blade itself. So the blade is a double-edged leaf blade with a diamond cross section running through it. The blade itself is going to be 25 inches. There's a really, really great blade shape to it. Really awesome cutting surface on the belly, right toward the upper third of the blade. Tip is very, very sharp. Overall length of this one from the pommel, which we will get some more up-close looks on this one as well. Just like a quick pan to the guard. This is going to be 33.5 inches from the very tip of the pommel to the very tip of the blade. Looking at the length of the handle is 4¼ inches. What you're seeing here is the antiqued blue and the scabbard to match it, which you will get some up-close looks as well on that. And the sword belt that you're going to see is the antiqued brown. So this one is really, really impressive. All of their work is really impressive, honestly. The steel quality, we're looking at 6150 high carbon steel for Valiant Armoury for this short leaf blade sword. Balance is really excellent here. We're all looking at, obviously, all of our primary cuts, our ability to manipulate it with ease with one hand. What I really, really like about the actual handle itself, I say this in a lot of reviews, but the way this is actually carved out, it literally like melts into your hand. So it's not a circular handle. It's definitely more flat, perfectly in line with the guard. That way as you close the grip, sword is very secure. I actually also like, I don't have really like super big hands, but I actually really like that there is a little bit of extra, not really extra, but just the proper amount of that length of the handle, with it being 4¼ Sometimes with other companies, when you are like moving around with some cuts, or if you're working forms and things like that, it almost feels like there's not enough surface for the heel of your hand, more toward like the pinky side, like the knife edge of your hand. This is not the case with this one. This one feels, especially for a medieval blade of this length, it feels very well balanced. It's excellent on being able to maneuver it, and it feels like it just fits the hand pretty much perfectly. Okay, so looking at the actual width of the sword at the guard, so the sword width right from here, that's going to be 3 inches, and you'll see that it's pretty smooth with the way that it tapers. So you'll see it's 3 inches to here, tapers down, and then toward the percussion point where the upper third of the actual sword is, you're going to see it comes out into that sweet belly shape on both sides, or that leaf shape. We're looking at, for this blade, 2 pounds 11 ounces. So like I said before, really, really, really comfortable and natural to move around with in the hand. This is regardless if you're looking at how you're cutting with a medieval blade, or you're cutting with a different a blade of a different origin. This thing just feels excellent in the hand. The cutting power, I imagine, is going to be really excellent. The ability to thrust with it and recover the line, it's very, very comfortable in the hand. I can't really stress that enough. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and do some up-close looks of the scabbard. I'm wearing it right now, so I'm going to do a few pans of it so you can see what it looks like on, and then we'll go ahead, I'll take it off, and then we'll lay out the blade and the scabbard. Good thing we got some good sun today, so you'll be able to see the excellent details. The actual color is matching the handle, so it's an antique blue scabbard. And the custom-made belt that comes with it, the sword belt, is an antiqued brown. So you can see that all on our website, and let's do some up-close looks. Okay, so you will get more detail than this, but the way that I'm wearing it, I will give you some up-close looks as well, obviously, but this is what it looks like, just on the actual belt. I'm wearing it a little bit more in front for the sake of the video. You could obviously, depending on the pants that you're wearing, you could start to rig it a little bit more behind, like more toward the left back pocket, if that's something that you wanted to do. The harness allows you to really manipulate it however you really want to and safely. So with the antique blue, we also have the antique brown. I just have it looped on the front here. Really easy to draw. So if we're looking at it from, I have the hand, the scabbard with the draw, very smooth for it to come out. Very smooth on the drop back in. There's a slight, and I mean a slight, because these are all hand done, because the core of the scabbard is wood cored, it drops in pretty much perfectly. So as it slides in, there's just enough of a, it's not really a pull, but it slides in perfectly, so where it's nice and snug. Feels very, very, very well done. As far as moving with it, if you've ever worn a sword before, you know it's going to move a little bit. But you can see, fits really, really awesome. Again, the draw, it's very smooth to draw that out, depending on how you're moving with it, or if you are doing anything like that with drawing. If you're not, don't really have to worry about it, but just to demo it so you can see. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and I'll take the scabbard off so you can see the sword belt up close. You can also see some more details on the blade and also the antique blue handle. This one, we're looking at the antique blue. And there's antique blue leather wrap on the handle. The handles are all the wood is all carved out by hand. Get a close-up of the Valiant logo. And we'll see right next to it, you'll see the antique brown. I will put in the scabbard as well, just showing you the blade profile with the diamond cross section. So we run up the antique blue scabbard. Now I'll take us up to the actual fittings on the sword belt. I'm going to put these in hand as well, but just to give you some color contrast. There's the buckle on it. Then the length of the actual sword belt. Okay, giving you a little bit more detail on this. I'll give you a little bit of contrast. You can see how well the sword belt is done. You got plenty of slack with the different holes for the length of it. We contrast the color on it. So they really did an awesome job on the antique brown and then also the antique blue. Here is the back of the sword belt and the attachments that obviously are connected to it. See, it has an antique finish on the buckles, which is very, very well done. There's the attachment of the actual sword belt to the scabbard. And then the other side of the buckle, with the buckle rather, is the antique brown. And then back into the antique blue scabbard. Okay, and then in the scabbard, you'll see the really awesome contrast of the sword belt to the scabbard. Give you a pan of the fittings. These are all done in-house at Valiant. Okay. This might be a little biased. Actually, it's not. That cuts so well. That was incredible. You can feel, obviously the point of balance is pretty incredible on this thing. You can feel, and you can actually see the percussion point. It's starting to rain a little bit out here, but you can see right where we soak the mats, obviously, where the water is, right on that percussion point. It's dead on where they've put this together. Balance is incredible. Felt like cutting like a knife through butter with it. Obviously we soak the mats, but that does not take away from the excellence in cutting performance with this sword. Really impressed with this. Alright, so thanks for joining me for this blade review for the Valiant Armoury short leaf blade sword. You're going to see 2 more Valiant swords coming very soon. And I want to go ahead and thank Sonny for also doing the interview that you'll also have coming soon for you guys on the YouTube channel. As always, subscribe. If you want to see more Valiant Armoury, go to the link below this video, cultofathena.com, and we have a very awesome supply of Valiant Armoury swords. They do go really fast because they are custom order, so make sure if you want to put down a payment on one, or if you want to just lock one down, make sure you grab that because they do go very fast, especially right before the holiday season. All right, we'll see you in the next video.